Ethan joining the show.
I know.
Is one of our favorite stand-up comedians. He's coming to do a Treehouse comedy show at Bistro B. This is March 4th.
So I thought you forgot his name there for a second.
Saturday night. Nick Paolo joining the show. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Fellas.
How are you?
Just the way I planned it 29 years ago when I get into comedy. I hope I'm at Bistro B on a Saturday night. Hope they have good chicken pot pie.
Hey, look, you got to work, right?
I got to work. That's exactly right.
And by the way, the chicken pot pie is outrageous.
It sounds like a place where they'd have good chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
Nick, I got to tell you, I'm a fan. I love your, obviously, you know, we love your stand-up comedy, but I've been listening to your podcast. It's great.
Thank you.
Do you like doing it?
I don't know which one of you is saying that because I know one of you hates Trump.
I never said that.
One of you likes him.
Yeah.
Do you like doing it, because you sound so angry when you do it?
That's, you know what? I have like 3 cups of coffee before I do it, which is it puts me in that psychotic mode. But, I figure the people who are listening are angry with me, though.
Did you watch Donald John Trump's joint address to the joint session of Congress?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I think those Democrats, boy, they're really mature, aren't they? They couldn't even stand for a girl who had a rare disease. She's in a wheelchair, all twisted and crippled, and 2 people stood. What horrible people. I hope Pelosi
I was just gonna ask you about Pelosi. She had that beaver face on the entire time. She didn't stand once.
She's just a hateful. Yeah, that too relates to the average American. Somebody who hangs out in Napa Valley with billionaires. Hope she passes away in her sleep tonight.
What? So you don't like her?
Well, I can't believe that's who. She's like the face of the party. I should say the face that's been done over 11 times of the party. But she was pretty hot when she was young, though.
Yeah, she does look like she could have been hot, yeah.
Yeah, she's got a huge rack on her.
Never noticed
and,
that.
Who else? Then you get that hateful person who hates white people, Keith Ellison. I don't think he stood once. I'm trying to figure out if he hates white people or the country more. I can't decide. And who else? They're just horrible people.
Maybe Pelosi just needs her pipes cleaned. She can have the offensive line of the New England Patriots. Just give it to her.
Didn't know we were going to go there.
She has pipes? She's like a robot, but, you know, whatever.
You tell Nick the hate mail we got and the phone calls we got yesterday.
Yeah,
you got hate mail?
Yeah. So
why?
Because I was talking about Trump's mannerisms and how bonkers they are. You know, it's just... you know, his speech patterns are so odd. I was like questioning out loud. It doesn't even, you know, he grew up in New York. It doesn't sound regional. Like there's no logical answer for the way he speaks and his accent and everything. So you would think that I took a dump on the Constitution.
Yeah. Well, how's it feel to get hate mail because you're saying something bad about the president?
You don't stop talking about Trump.
For the last 8 years, I couldn't even say the word black. I mean, you know, so, you know, let's not pretend that the ones on the right are the sensitive ones. We haven't created speech codes yet, like, you know, college campuses. But no, he does speak weird, though. Very.
It's odd. It's really.
When I do them on stage, I do the hand motion with the thumb to the index finger and the.
What about so the liberal media, the talking heads? They had to come on television and say what a good job Trump did because he really did a great job with the speech. How much pain do you think that causes them to have to do that?
Oh God! When you saw them all running out when the speech ended, immediately they got up and ran out. They were going to get like OxyContin and stuff.
Okay, maybe.
And, you know, heroin and stuff before they go on and have to say nice things about Trump. But I didn't hear that many nice things. I watched all the talking heads, and the only one that really seems to get it since he got elected is that Van Jones guy, who's he's a hard lefty, but he seems to get it, you know, and he seems sincere. But the rest of them, yeah, it's Chris Matthews, you know, the guy that foams at the mouth.
Yeah,
that's what I was just gonna say.
Spittle everywhere.
He used to have a show called Spitball. Was it Hardball or Spitball? I don't know. It's like watching whoever he's interviewing. By the end of it, it looks like a Head and Shoulders commercial. His guest has foam all over his face. It's like Cujo. Just horrible. And Brian Williams is still on TV. Think about who represents Brian Williams. Known. He invented fake news. Donna Brazile, she's still relevant. I still see people interviewing her. They're lost at sea, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Well, that's what I said to one of our listeners. I said, if you can't take in and appreciate the entertainment value that's coming out of the political landscape now, then you're not breathing. You're not alive.
Yeah, exactly.
You turn on the news, it's better than watching Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's like I wanted to wean myself off. I had people telling me, you watch too much news. And that was like a year ago. I wanted to wean myself off it, but now it's like they're giving away pot for free. I can't stop.
I end up usually, it starts out, I'm seated when the news is on, and about 40 minutes into it, I'm pacing around the living room swearing with my wife trying to calm me down.
You too, huh? Yeah. I turn into an Iranian when I'm watching Meet the Press. I'm throwing my shoes at Chuck Todd's face. I have a spit guard on the TV.
Good
on the
move,
flat.
yeah.
It really is crazy, but hey, what are you going to do? We got Russian boats floating off the coast.
Well, go see comedian Nick DiPaolo. He's coming to Bistro B. It's a Treehouse Comedy show. You go to treehousecomedy.com for tickets and information. Nick, thanks for your time, man.
Hey, fellas, always a pleasure. I'm getting up 3 hours before I have to. I love you.
Thanks, man.
Take care, Nick. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you think he's being sarcastic when he says it's always a pleasure? You think so? Oh, okay.
Treehousecomedy.com for tickets.
But we do
you know what?
What's that?
We just got a message.
Yeah.
From Brad. It's sold out. So, but
that doesn't surprise me.
But Brad
at
is
all.
working on another show to bring Nick back possibly soon.
Okay.
To our local area. So
I don't think it's Nick. I think it's the chicken pot
pie.
pie.
Nick's one of my favorites. I told you the story.
It's great.
I opened for him in Danbury. I don't know. It's got to be 6-7 years ago now, and he wouldn't get out of his car. So I had to open the show,
right,
and then come off stage, and the crowd is sitting there, waiting. So I had to go out to the car. I had to knock on his window and get him. He didn't want to have to talk to anybody before the show.
So he did his thing, and he went right back out to his car.
Yeah. It was great.
No, he comes. I think he's by here once a year to play the Ridgefield Playhouse, and if I'm not mistaken, he sells that out. That's a 500-seat theater.
He's a sellout, Ethan.
You know what? You know why? Because he's funny.
Go see him.
He's very funny. You should go see him. All right, 8:24. Ethan and Lou here at I-95. We'll take the break. We'll come back. We'll try to be funny some more, okay?
All right.
Right up until 10 o'clock this morning.